so jealous. I'm so jealous. But I have a question.
But at the same time, it's it's got to be a labor of love. I mean, every sportscaster growing up wants to cover a Super Bowl and
Sure.
Oh,
experience
of
what it's
course.
like. And I'm lucky enough to experience what's going to be my fourth one of my career.
So out of all the 49ers that you've met, who seems to be genuinely the happiest to be at the Super Bowl right now?
George Kittle.
Nice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
George Kittle is a George. He is a big gigantic kid. He is having the time of his life. He's not just happy to be here. He's been absolutely genuine and cordial and what's the word congenial, and then he's anybody that knows George Kittle knows that he's in love with professional wrestling.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm so jealous.
So at the official opening night of Super Bowl 54, he got to meet The Rock.
Nice.
He got to meet Roman Reigns.
Nice.
To meet all these guys.
Very cool.
And hang out with them.
Very cool.
And it's just it's unbelievable the time that he's having. And for as loose as he is, the other tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, he's having just as much of a great time.
Wow.
These two guys, they met each other on opening night, and it was like a love affair. It was a mutual appreciation hour between the two of them. So, but it's been great. I mean, going over to the Miami Convention Center, that's where the Super Bowl experience is, and that's the interactive, huge. Just imagine a huge ballroom, everything from the previous Super Bowl rings throughout the year to memorabilia to actual the chance to throw footballs, kick field goals, meet and interview like the legends of the game. There's always something going on, and as we record this show, it's earlier in the week.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But there's so much more.
How has the mood changed?
I'm walking out. I'll get this. I'm walking out of a press conference 12 hours after the whole opening night festivities, and I'm thinking, what could these guys possibly have fresh to say 12 hours after the fact? But but you got to show up at any player availability that you can get.
Wow. How has the mood changed from one day to the next with the whole Kobe death situation?
That's been a jaw-dropping experience. I mean, this town, everybody was just stunned. And think about it, the players that they found out on the plane, to a man, these guys are young enough where Kobe was their guy.
Yeah.
Growing up, much like say maybe when we were coming up, we liked Magic, we liked Bird, we liked Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, those are old guys. These players. So Kobe, was the man. And for his life to be cut short like that, it has just jolted. It really has affected the rest of the week. It affected media day. I mean, there was no wild, costume. Look at me, I'm a fiddler crab. There wasn't a whole lot of that. It was definitely solemn. So
is it starting to ease up a little bit though?
Yeah, people start focusing on the game.
Just a little bit to a degree. Yeah, it's and I hope I don't lose the signal as I get into an elevator here. But I think this, as we record this show, a couple of days after, we're going to slowly transition from Kobe into all right. It's Super Bowl week.
I mean, they'll probably. I got to think that at the opening ceremony for the Super Bowl, they'll probably make a mention, and have a moment of silence or something. I got to think.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. I mean, even as we tape the show, the Warriors are going to be playing in Philadelphia. That's Kobe's hometown, and there's going to be some. And what's cool is the intentional 24-second violations.
Yeah.
For Kobe's number, or in some cases the 8-second violations for his other number. It's been really cool. I mean,
I think that's. I like that. I think that's a great respectful thing to do.
I think think the last tragic one like this was Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but sports-wise,
Yeah,
it's been.
sports-wise,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Now, do you see that there are, right now, getting back to the game, do you think that there are more 49er fans in Miami or more Kansas City fans in Miami right now?
They're going to when everybody's here. I expect to be more Kansas City fans. I mean, they can get here. As opposed to these Niner fans, they have to go 3,000 miles.
well, also Casey hasn't been there for 50 years.
It was that way in 2012. There were more Ravens fans in New Orleans than 49er fans inside that Superdome. So I fully, reportedly it's supposed to be, the Saints supposed to be 65% Chiefs fans. I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. But the players have to get it done on the field, don't they?
Yeah. So, and what do you think about, I've heard about some Kobe fans are trying to change the NBA logo from Jerry West to Kobe.
Oh, I don't think that'll ever happen, but I do believe that the gaining momentum of a move to eliminate number 24 off and retire the number. I do
Oh,
that.
gotcha.
That could happen.
Wow.
That could happen, and I believe the players union. I think everybody would be on board with that.
Gotcha. Hey, going back to the Super Bowl for a minute, because that's where you're at right now. Do you have any fun stories to share with us? Anything going on?
Well, everything from we were on deadline and had to edit, and usually in TV you're kind of editing on the run, and so with that we have laptops that are editors. Well, in this particular case, we were separated as a group. There's 5 of us here from the TV stations, from KPIX, CBS San Francisco, and we needed a laptop. It was in a car in the garage. Well, I wasn't in the car when I wasn't in the car when it was parked, so I didn't know where the car was. The only information I had was from the guy who drove the car and said, yeah, it's in the Lincoln garage, and about a half mile away. So I go walking in and I find this garage. It says Lincoln Garage. I walk in. I go to where I think it's supposed to be. It's not there. I go to a garage across the street. It's not there. I go to 3 other garages. The car is not there. And then finally, I get a text from another fellow that I'm working with. Says, try this garage. It's also called Lincoln Garage. And I go there, and it's Lincoln Place Garage. I go there, and the car is there. It cost me an hour and a half, but I stumbled onto another story along the way of a street performer from Oakland that happens to be a clown, and he's here to try and profit from the tourism that's here in Miami. So
Wow.
Running into stories like that are pretty cool. For the morning show, I've gotten a kick out of wearing my "It Feels Great, Baby" Jimmy G T-shirt.
Yeah.
Those are always true. So yeah, there's stories, and there'll be more stories that I'll be able to tell some off the air.
Great.
And the thing is, because you come from a Super Bowl contender, are you getting a little bit more attention from the 49er players?
No, well the players are getting attention. Yeah.
No, what I mean is like when they know that, because there's 1,000 reporters there, but when they know that you're from the hometown.
Well, they know. Yeah, they know the people that they see all the time. So there's some familiarity there, and it's cool for us too, because we run into members of the media that we don't normally see, but then it's like a family reunion. You run into them again. So, but I think for the younger players, they're kind of jolted by the enormity of the Super Bowl. The veterans, they know how to handle it.
Now, and I want to know, what's the best thing you've eaten so far?
Truthfully, I had a cheeseburger at an Irish pub at almost 1 o'clock in the morning, Miami time. After getting done with my shift, I was so ravenously hungry. I mean, I would have eaten anything. But it is not. Again, I mean, it is not a glamorous life. There's no sitting down and having the 3 martini, $60 dinner. I mean, there's just no time for that.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a really, really decent meal since I got here.
Well, you have to bring a lackey with you to go get that stuff for you.
Yeah, well, lackeys cost too much.
You can get somebody to do it for free.
Someone that
Well,
wants to touch your press pass.
You go and get your credential. If you don't have one, boy, you don't have access to anything.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I mean, these things are gold, and they tell you for security purposes that you can't. You know, I can't take a picture of this and post it on social media.
Oh yeah, and don't lose it.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Wow.
So,
Well, Vern, I know that you're extremely swamped. You have to go to your next interview. Thanks so much for coming, and we're going to get you on in person when you come back. When do you fly home? Sunday night?
oh no, it'll be Monday. It'll be Monday,
Okay.
day after the game, win or lose.
All right.
We'll see what ensues on the next show.
All right. Then we'll have you on Tuesday, and we'll cover all the fun Super Bowl stuff that you didn't get a chance to cover today.
Try to get George Kittle's business card
I'll
for me.
leave you with this. The players' share for making the Super Bowl, $124,000.
Phew. Now that's the winner.
That's what you get, win or lose. It's what you get.
Wow.
And it's really interesting. There's if all 53 players on each roster use their ticket allotment, it comes up to 753 tickets. Yeah, the two teams combined will get approximately 30% of the tickets.
Wow.
Wow,
that's pretty amazing.
That's pretty good. I'm surprised that they're paying the same amount for the winners and losers.
Oh, there may be some disparity, here and there, and that's just the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They got. If you're a wild card team, you got playoff money. If you're a first round team, you got playoff money.
And then they're stuffing your contract.
If you're in the NFC Championship game, you got playoff money.
Wow.
Plus, there's incentives that you get in the contract.
You get in this thing and run the table, you're going to earn a lot of money. Now, you're going to pay a lot of money in taxes, but yes.
Well, then I don't want it. Then.
Exactly.
If I have to pay taxes, I don't want it.
They don't care about that. They want to win the game.
Of course. Vern, thanks for joining us. I know you're a busy guy. I really appreciate you taking the phone call.
Travel safe.
Yeah. Be safe. We'll talk. We'll have you on next Tuesday. All right.
All right, boys.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
I really appreciate him coming on.
I know. I can imagine.
I know he's really swamped. Okay. Real quickly, got to cut to a break here. Third trivia question. What team won its division 7 straight times during the 1970s? Stay with us. Sports Econ 101, and we'll be back with some closing comments. I hope I did this right. I forgot to start the stupid clock. I forgot to do I got so busy getting Vern on.
Yeah. And our other call. We don't usually have two call-ins.
Well, Dave was fine. It was me just messing up on that. But hopefully they'll be able to give me some extra time on this. I think what I'll do is I'll just get into quickly this one. We'll say goodbye because I know I didn't leave enough time. Because, they give us those hard breaks.
Oh.
And then this guy, too. I have to splice the two together. I don't know how to splice together. Maybe I can just...
I do know how to splice.
Or two YouTubes together?
Well, if you have it recorded as an MPEG file or an AVI file,
okay,
I do know how you can use the Windows Movie Maker to splice those together.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe what I can do is send both YouTubes to the station, for the CMCM, and to let them just kind of put it together on one.
Hopefully.
I think they'll be able to do that. All right, you ready? Let's close this bad boy out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. Last time for today, I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Russell Jackman. What team won its division 7 straight times during the 1970s?
Steelers?
No. What's your favorite team?
The Rams. You keep picking the Rams for the answer for trivia question.
I thought I'd just tease you. Yes, the LA Rams.
Really? Okay. I'm surprised that it was not the Steelers.
Steelers or the Raiders, yeah. But then the Raiders, it's 72. They lost to the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers won 4 championships.
I should say the division. Would have been their division, so.
Yeah. But they won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s.
Exactly, but they didn't win it 7 times in a row. Okay. We got to cut out. So here's our thoughts for the day. Light travels faster than sound. That's why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. And my prayer for this year is, oh God, please give me a fat bank account and a slim body. And please don't get confused like last year. All right, tune in next week to Sports Econ 101. We're going to be discussing sports topics from a business perspective and asking more sports trivia questions. Thanks for listening.
And go Niners.
Go Niners. And on behalf of our team, I'm your host, Edward Brown. We'll see you next week. So long. All right. That's the best I can do. Adios.